You've traversed this journey, right? You're a fairly mature organization when it comes to learning. If I asked you, what advice would you offer to organizations as they look to frame their learning journeys, step up their learning journeys, and enhance their maturity?
And there are very 4 or 5 principles that they, have for every learning model. Why don't talk about that? I think these are wonderfully, ingrained in our every learning journey that we curate at ifly. Yeah.
Thank you, Sukhjit. I think what we do is that we look at the segment who has to be trained. Of course, everybody does the needs analysis, but there are 3 or 4 tenets that we take care of. First and foremost is that if it's a skill, then it's given just in time so that people don't forget by the time they use it. Second, it has to be absolutely applicable to their day-to-day life. So even when we have workshops on leadership, or when we work with very esteemed partners on leadership, it's something that we take out that I'm going to use on an everyday basis for it to become a habit. And of course, we work on something called as repeat, test, repeat. Everything that gets repeated is something that we remember and tested as well. And whatever said and done, we do see a lot of technology coming in. We see everybody, and that's not the criteria actually, that only the young use Instagram. The older people also are looking at reels all the time. The longer reels do not get those many views as shorter ones does. So since some time, we've always looked at bite-sized modules so that we keep the attention of the internal customer with us when there is learning happening.
And just to add, on the culture side, I think we balance off between both to drive learning as a culture. It's a combination of recognition. We put a lot of emphasis on recognizing people who are completing it on time, not missing the programs, etc. And it's not just about regulatory or important trainings or mandatory trainings, but it's also about the other soft skills training, etc. At the same time, there is also some consequence management for some mandatory programs, So it's a combination of both. So I think we definitely have, I would say, a great learning culture, and of course driven by our learning center called ifly.
Perfect. Thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you, Sankalp.
Thank you.
This was wonderful. Thank you, Sukhjit.